that's way longer. There we go. Hey.
All right, there we go.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Talkin Hangin. I'm with James Pontillo. Dennis, hit that title card.
It's your favorite hot damn bakst.
Every time I go to New York, I always go up there. I love it. And
What part of New York?
Monroe.
All right, it's about 2 hours north, something like that.
Not even. The train's
Hour-
like hour and 10.
Yeah.
Depending on the train, it's like hour and 6 minutes.
Nice.
I love it. It's a nice escape. But I'm with you.
May 15th.
May 15th,
We're
roast
going
battle.
wild.
Yeah, this will be out before that. So if you're in New York, Adam, come out and see me. He came out last time. He saw me crush.
It
I've
was
still
great.
not to get that tape. It's like one of those myths.
There
How good
are-
was my set?
The amount
How
of,
good was my
the,
set?
The amount of comics that message me about the tapes angrily, I'm like, they're
killed.
bad.
I killed with the guitar in your
I
with the
remember
guitar
that.
in your comedy club saying crazy. That was so mad.
You've always done good. You've done a few sets there, right?
Yes.
You've done 3 or 2.
Oh, good point. I don't know.
It's 2 or
It all
3,
blends-
but they all
yeah,
were great.
They were fun. Yeah, I would say this one was more fun though, because I felt more like me, and I was so mad because I just come from a show where I'll bleep his name just for your thing. Jared was like trying to come after me, and I was so angry. And even when I got there with you, you're like, you don't do the guitar. I'm like, I'm doing the guitar.
Of all the people to see.
I know.
He's a real piece of shit.
Speaking of piece of shit,
I hope he sees this. I hope
should
he's
do I have to bleep his name or no?
No. He's
I just
the
don't get what the
worst. He's
attitude.
one of my least
What-
favorite fucking people in the world.
I always say this: we do have drama, and there's people that don't like each other, obviously, in every scene. And Tampa's one of the scenes, but like, is New York? Because there's so many comics. Is it
There's
constantly
too
just
many.
bickering and just
You
like
can get rid of 80% of the comics in New York
just
City.
straight up open micers?
and we'll be fine. Yeah. Or just not good.
This is not good. Yeah.
Maybe include me. I don't know. But
No,
the
you.
80%.
I think I filmed some of your set. Pull up a tape if I have it. That was a great set tonight. How
Tonight
fun
was great.
How
Tonight
fun was
great.
tonight?
Yeah, tonight was great. I did the Boca Black Box last.
I was going to ask you about that. I've never done that room.
I think the youngest person there was like 60.
Yep.
They were decent, but they were
They're
like
good, yeah.
you know, old people laughs.
Yes.
You know.
We'll have to we should change your act a little bit. Do
Yeah.
you change your act at all?
I didn't do
I
as much.
pander. I'm a big pander. I don't care.
Yeah.
I have songs written for an old crowd that I would not do. If I'm in
Yeah.
Brooklyn, I'm not playing the mom song. I-4, but in
Yeah.
Florida, your room, Black Box, I'm playing I-4.
Yeah,
Florida
I4 was
man.
great.
Yeah.
They loved it last time.
100%.
They loved the guitar. Yeah.
They did because also I had St. Pete in the crowd. Remember that? And they were just cool as hell. And I was so
Unfortunately,
mad.
I mean, guitar comedy is great, but so many comics ruin it.
See, this is what I like about James. He gets it.
There's so many comics who just can't do it right.
Thank you. Me included. But I'm trying.
No,
I'm
you do
kidding.
it right.
I think so. And you saw me tonight who had no guitar tonight.
No guitar tonight, but
Who
great
got him going?
jokes. Yeah. The show was really good.
That was
top
really
to
fun
bottom.
show. It really was. Shout out to Rachel.
Yeah, everyone did really well. Who was
They
the
did.
second guy with the
Miles.
ponytail?
Miles is great. I love Miles Neff. Gimmick regular. Used to have a Tuesday show here. He's here every Friday. He's here a lot. He's here a
No
lot.
Joey Lips tonight.
Last night killed. Closed us
He
out last
told
night.
me, yeah.
Yeah, closed last night. Killed. Chambly's new. He's a baseball player. You saw him tonight. Very like.
Which one was
He's
he?
a low energy guy. Right before you, Stephen Chambly, baseball player.
He was good. Kelvin's always
Kelvin's
great.
Kelvin's
Yeah.
great. Love Kelvin. Who else is on it? Rachel. Oh, Ethan Deo. Just graduated college.
Which
he
one
came
was
here.
he?
The young boy. You
Oh,
missed
he
this-
was
Yeah,
great.
he was great too. Little dark
Wow.
boy.
They
Like
were
not
all
dark skin. Very like dark tone.
We love it.
I love it.
A lot of killers.
A lot of killers tonight. And I think Burt was going to show by. He didn't come by. But he liked our post.
What else was he doing tonight, really?
They did a 5K or some shit, and they were still drinking, whatever. Speaking of drinking, what do you got here? A very
I got
foamy,
a
warm Corona.
Very foamy. Love it warm.
Are
So I was
those
hoping
Scooby-Doo shoes?
They're Scooby-Doo
Oh, they are.
Mellows. Scooby-Doo Mellows, yeah.
Wow.
And that's
What time is she coming back to pick you up? How long?
When I was boarding the plane, there was a guy wearing a Scooby-Doo cutoff. So we had a little conversation about
at
that.
Block Box?
No, on the
Oh.
plane.
Oh,
When I
on
was
the
boarding
plane,
the
on the
plane, there was a
plane,
guy
on the
wearing a
plane.
Scooby-Doo cutoff.
And you and Rachel flew down together from New York.
Yeah, from New York.
And she's leaving tomorrow.
She's leaving Tuesday.
Oh, shit. What are you guys doing Monday?
I'm leaving Wednesday. Clearwater, which I'm
I would argue. Wait,
debating.
Clearwater open mic or show? Oh, it's a
show, which I'm
I would ask
debating.
them at 6 p.m. Hey, how are tickets looking? Because I guarantee you I'll give you guys more time. This Monday night mic here popped like a show.
I've done mics here that are great.
Exactly, it's like a show because
Yeah.
it's a cheap night out. It's fun.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I would hit them up. You are staying out there. We are.
No,
a drive.
I'm saying St. Pete Beach.
Still a drive to here though.
Took 34 minutes
To get to
here.
Clearwater, though.
To get how
Oh,
far?
34 to get to here.
Yeah,
that's
it's
great
not
traffic.
bad.
Which might be worse tomorrow because of traffic and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry.
We might.
Damn you out. Me and you are doing roast battle. You've already given me nice compliments. I
Yeah,
feel like
we're
people don't know who
complimenting
you are.
each
Do you want to
other.
go? I'll stop talking really quick. I'm gonna go grab a bottle. Can you give them the quick You're in an elevator right now, Judd
Okay.
Apatow.
Okay.
Who I seen at the cellar with Ian Fidance. I was too scared to go introduce myself.
Really?
I was like, I saw Ian. I was like, oh, hell yeah. I was like, oh, I see the table he's sitting
Judd
at.
did stand up or?
No, he was at the table though. I was upstairs eating chicken wings at
No,
the
they're
cellar.
great wings.
They are.
And the cellar's on the shittiest street too.
It is because what's Grizzlies down there.
Grizzly Pear. It's just
I've
the
never done that
shittiest-
room. I get Michael Good's got me spots, and I've not shown up for him.
Good. That's the.
Is that bad, though?
That's the
Is that
appropriate.
not a real comic?
That's the appropriate thing to do with the.
I am
pair.
at the. I would say.
Were they midnight spots? Yeah, they probably got canceled.
That's what he would tell me. He would
It's
tell
all
me that.
crackheads at midnight on McDougal.
It's free show kind of shit. It's like coming. Yeah.
If you get 5 people, you're lucky.
I will say I love New York Comedy Club. I think that's, and I get sport once I
I
started.
think it's the best
It's
club in
awesome.
the city, in
I
New York
love it.
City. Yeah.
It reminds me the most too of out of all the crowds I get to perform for. They seem like they're they seem more local. It's not like tourists. I do a lot of bar shows. I'm in New York, and it's
Yeah.
like not that fun.
And Jared gave you a hard time.
He did, and I thought like, this guy's gonna be a killer. Then he goes up after me and bombs.
Well, the funny thing is,
to the point like put the TV back. I was doing fine.
Well, Jack, he's one of those.
Me and
people-
Ginsberg did fine. Andrew Ginsberg, we did fine, and then he went up. I was thinking like this guy must be a pro. He must be amazing. No, he bombed the room.
He's
He bombed. I'm sorry.
So here's the interesting thing about Jared. He barely does stand up. He's very much just someone who hangs out with bigger comics.
He was trying to take my spot one night.
Yeah, he's
You can
very
let the guitar
he's-
guy go. He
he's-
really said that.
He's very
in front of me. No.
He's very much just like a, I don't even know what you would call it, a grifter.
Yes.
He
Yes.
just hangs around comedy. Everyone hates him. I hope he dies. I hope he gets hit by a bus.
Do you know this girl though?
tonight?
I brought up some other comic friends of mine, and they don't like her. That whole lineup people didn't like. And
Who,
then-
at
and then-
Barbershop?
Yeah, and then they were talking actually because
That's a good room, Barbershop.
I'm not talking. You know what? We're gonna cut this. I'm not talking shit. I want to do the room again. It is a good room. It is a good room, and
Ronnie
Vinny was
booked
nice.
it? Ronnie booked
No, I got my buddy. Who's the guy? Not Andrew. Who's Andrew's boy? Isaac.
Isaac, yeah. Isaac,
He got me
yeah.
on, but he wasn't there that night. So
Yeah.
now I'm the guy who shows up with a guitar. Like who's this? I murder though.
Yeah.
But I get a guy coming from Florida
you
with
do
a
the
guitar.
right, yeah.
But I get like you don't know who I am at first. I show up with a guitar. I'm from Florida. I get it.
Yeah.
But you've seen the act.
You've done it at the Laugh Factory, right? The guitar?
Yeah.
You've done
Killed
big
it.
rooms with
Killed.
it.
Yeah,
It's
killed.
so much more
I
impressive.
toured Jordan. I did. If I'm kicking off the show, I like the guitar. If I'm in the middle, I maybe
What
not.
about with Whitney? Who used the
I think
guitar?
100%.
Nice.
Got to stay in Innovation the second show.
Where was that? Orlando?
Orlando the first one, then Jacksonville's Theater, which
Where was the
Florida
Orlando
Theater.
venue?
Hard Rock.
That's awesome.
Isn't that crazy?
How many people?
So I think that one. Anyways, both rooms. I think I don't know how many people were sitting there, but it fits 1,200 to 1,900 depending on how they set it up. And the Jacksonville one was more packed out, so I want to say that was probably 1,500.
There at the.
And then the other one was probably I don't know. It was so big, and it's like, but I like the setup at the Jacksonville room
great.
better, and they liked me better. I
would
was more
love,
comfortable.
I would love to just open one night for like a big headliner.
I would say it's like a drug. It's like doing. It's like I.
And then you do
I've been to
well?
yeah,
Aw.
well, dude. So Orlando was great, but it was also did feel like first 8 minutes was audience warm up. Like people were still walking and people buying drinks. It was that kind of set, which is great for a guitar act.
Yeah.
And that's the genius of a guitar act. You can play songs, and then
Yeah.
when people settle in, you can kind of do more joke heavy, funnier
it.
songs. To be honest, like I
Yeah.
started with like I got their trust on me, but like it was great. But then
Yeah.
the next night, Jacksonville. We already talked already. I was more comfortable. I came out like it was coastal. Like I was so relaxed. Standing ovation. I touched whatever. Standing ovation. I only say that because I'm not funny.
No,
I'm not
you
good.
are.
No.
You are.
I'm a good act. I work really hard. But anyone tonight who's hey, you guys saw the free show. Mary, Sergio, he's got to hone it in. You got to fake it.
Yeah.
Those are weird examples to use, but
Yeah.
I know they watch. I realize we
Of
gotta go
course.
comedy heavy on this. Every time we talk Tampa comedy, people watch. So
Of course.
how do you feel about the Tampa comedy scene?
I love it. I try to come down twice a year.
You go to St. Pete all the time, never Tampa.
No, not really.
Yeah.
What's in?
Well, St. Pete's nicer for like it's more walkable and more like easier to
Yeah.
get around, and maybe more spots.
Yeah, I
out
did
there.
the Funny Bone. Is it last time?
Wait, you did the funny bots down here?
Yeah, I did that last.
Who was that
time.
with?
Dale Elliott. He's a Jamaican comic.
Gotcha.
and we
Was that a
just
Jamaican joke? Is that what that's from?
Yeah,
Batty,
it was,
Batty
yeah.
boy.
We just happened to be linked up once at the Stress Factory in Bridgeport, and I featured for him. And I just happened to literally just see his show flyer that he was down here, and I was down here, and I'm like, hey, can I feature again? And that's the thing about comedy, and I don't know if you'll agree, but I'd never be afraid to ask. Don't be annoying about it, but never be afraid to just ask and throw your hat in the ring.
I agree. I
You
agree
never know.
with that.
Sometimes people are like,
Been fun
yeah,
to bottle.
sure.
I agree. With that said, I did. I just told you this. What do you do with this? I struggle with this. You know, you're in the city. You have a lot of famous comic friends that probably drop by, or friends that are like already
Getting
friends,
there,
or
yeah.
like, we don't even know. Like, say if like when someone's more famous than you, someone's doing better things than you, and you want. What's the? I don't know, I'm struggling with Jordan. I know Jordan before she was famous.
Yeah.
And now she's huge.
Yeah, she's big.
And now I struggle with like I don't want her to think I'm using her for anything.
Well,
which
we
I don't
all-
think she ever
well,
says
well,
that.
We all use each other. Everyone in
I don't
comedy
know.
uses
She didn't text me
each other.
back. I'm up there in 2 weeks. I might come into the fucking show.
Wow.
I know. What do I do? Do I text her? No. I've already been. I can't do it.
No,
again.
I would leave it.
Leave it.
You know what I like to do sometimes? Whatever their last message was, I like to heart emoji.
I
it,
know.
that you get the notification, but you're not.
Yeah, you're not
double
being like a
texting.
jerk.
It's not great, but it's if you really want to get the point.
I'm
out.
struggling with it. But Ian, to your credit, I saw Ian I'm in Atlanta for video work, and I saw Ian was there one night. I was like, oh, I'm there that night. I'm staying the night. I hit
Where
him up.
Laughing Skull?
No, Helium, Alpharetta, which I did with Jordan. Was it's a fun
Ian's
room.
great too.
Ian's great, and dude, Ian added like 100%, man. So I'm like done. I'm like hell yeah, 2 spots on a Friday.
Oh, that's great.
So yes, but there is something to be said. You got to know the person. You got to be friends with the person, and they have to open the door for you.
Yes.
Because the people that I don't know how you are. You run shows in New York.
Yeah.
I wake up to, this is not an exaggeration, depending on definitely closer to the weekend, maybe like 7 texts or DMs or
I think
something.
for me,
Always asking for things.
Yeah, unless I really like the comic, I just ignore it.
I have to. You have to. I'm officially, my 6 months stint running the gimmick is now coming to an end tonight. Thanks for coming through. Last show. I'm still going to be
Sunday
here.
Show?
Last Sunday show, at least for We Figure Something. I don't know. This was a great Sunday. And the Sundays are my
was
favorite
great,
shows.
yeah.
To me, that was my mic. It was like, let me test here and,
Yeah.
But
It was a great show tonight.
it was awesome.
Lively. I've never really done a bad show here.
You're right.
I've done lighter shows. They were always
Yeah, but
good.
even light, they're fun here.
Yeah.
And to me, that's why I love the gimmick, but I don't like having the pressure of having to sell tickets, so now I pass that off.
Yeah.
But I saved it for 6 months. We were nosediving. I Halloween, I took it over, and I although April was a bad
Who
month.
was running it before?
It was. I was here, but it was mostly Sean heavy. Sean made the shots and all that. Like
What's
Sean
wrong with
hasn't been
Sean?
here for like 6 months. Sean
He
has,
owns Coastal?
no, Zach owns Coastal.
Zach, yeah.
Zach owns Coastal, which
He's
they're going
tough.
through
He's
some.
tough, that guy.
Well, you did. You want to talk about this?
Sure. Yeah, I was not
Speaking of
great.
drinking, he showed up a little tipsy.
Yeah. My set
Which
was
is fine.
fine.
Your set was fine.
The set was fine.
I
but
think writing the show, you probably weren't prepared for.
Yeah.
And now I
I
realized, I thought like in my head, I'm like, well, he runs a roast battle in New York. He
Well,
could do
so
this
what
easily.
happened, I didn't know.
I'm out of
There were
town.
2 judges, and he left.
Turkel.
He's like,
because
I'm
you guys
leaving.
started an hour late, which is not on you.
Yeah.
That's Zach's fault. Well, I don't know why we did that. Hour late's crazy.
And then he left, and I couldn't get my momentum after he
No.
left.
Yeah. Well,
And the comics were fine.
I got a call about them too. Trust me.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
weren't great.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't great.
But I had some good jokes. But yeah, running it was
Not maybe too much to bite.
How is that show still going on?
Roast battles are hard in the Tampa scene currently.
They
And I
should
may
do-
stir some shit. There's not a lot of funny comics right now.
Yeah, they should do something with that room.
100%. Oh, we do. That's what we shows at.
It's an
Oh, we do
amazing
shows.
room.
That's a cool. That's
That big screen in the background.
Bro, pull a picture. That's my favorite room of the weekend. I love that room. I actually,
yeah.
I get more. I love doing that room more than the bigger room, even with more people, because
Yeah.
that room it feels more of a comedy room. You can add the things on the screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that roast battle kind of shut it down for Coaster for a bit, and I
Zach is not afraid to let you know what's on his mind. Though.
Oh, he told you something?
No, but he was not happy.
Yeah, he trust me. I got a call. I was in Monroe, New York, in a cab, and the next night got a call that night.
Oh, so you flew from Orlando to Monroe?
No, but that night.
Because weren't you were with Whitney that night, weren't you? It might have been a few nights after. I remember you were with Whitney that night. That's why you couldn't do it.
You're right, I was, and I flew to New
I
York
have a
the
weird
next
memory.
night. You're right.
People get freaked
No,
out.
that's why I couldn't stay in Jacksonville, because she was like, well, "Why don't you stay in Jacksonville?" I have a flight at 5 a.m. So that's right. You're right. Finished the show with Jacksonville.
Where
Gave
does
her a
that
hug.
fly into? Monroe.
No, but I flew into the city first, and that's why I did
And how'd you get to Monroe?
LIRR.
Wow.
I know my. Oh, is it Amtrak? No, it's
Probably Amtrak, yeah. LIRR is just Long Island.
No, it's Long Island Railroad.
To,
it really
to
is.
Monroe?
New Jersey Transit.
That's it. Yeah, there we go. No,
Come
Long
on.
Island Railroad is just Long Island.
Yeah, New Jersey Transit.
Yeah.
I'll be on that today. I have the app. Speaking of, so we're gonna make plans now. I'm gonna land. I'm gonna make my way into the city from. I'm pretty sure it's JFK.
Yeah.
You're gonna get breakfast. We'll get breakfast. 15.
Yeah, of course.
I just need a place to
15.
rest my head.
There's
But
a
I
minute.
am gonna. I can show you my friend. You may know her. You should put her on the same show with. That we can just make it a date. But we had a crazy conversation. I'm really following up with her that much. She is cool. I met her in Austin. She's since moved. I got her name right. You know her?
No, I actually don't.
She just moved back to New York. Seems nice. We've had some nice late night talks.
How's Bob been holding? I haven't seen him. He's never here.
I haven't seen him in forever.
He said he's back and forth.
He's back and forth a lot.
But still book me, which is nice.
Yeah,
He's never
exactly.
gonna
No, he's
be
a
here.
real one. He's a real one. I haven't seen him for a long time. I will see him 2 weeks from now. So I'm doing
Yeah.
his room, and I had to cut back a lot of his rooms. Basically, I started making the decision of like, which you may struggle with this too. In New York, I had to start taking paid spots only.
You got to.
I have. It's like unless there's something.
You'll
really,
never get them if you don't just take them.
unless I have something to work on. There's no. I get so much stage time now.
That's true, yeah.
I don't have. I go 4 times on Friday, 3 to 4 times on Friday, 3 to 4 times on Saturday. So it's like, I don't. We're actually not now because we're changing this, but I get enough stage time. I have one good joke every 3 weeks. I have one new song every 2 weeks.
That's all you need.
Anyways, But
But yeah, you got to really
for this
push for
fucking
money.
bottle.
You gotta
Well, it's just
push.
like watching my it's just like or it's like what am I doing? I'm driving an hour
Yeah.
here for nothing, and my FWB in St. Pete has a relationship, and I respect that. So
You're not. People could pay you less. Why wouldn't they? They'll just pay you less.
true.
No, so you got to really push.
It's true. Speaking of, you guys owe me a tape and some money from. No, I'm kidding.
How much do I owe you? Oh yeah.
New York Comics doesn't play. I just want the spots. I do want that tape. Can you get the tape? It's there.
What
we know
date?
it's there.
Do you know the date?
I do because I texted. I can find it. I will
Yeah,
find it.
I'll look again.
April something.
They've gotten better with tapes, but they're not great.
But they were definitely recording. So if they had a recording, you think it's there somewhere, or is this gone
It could
forever?
be. No, it could be.
Can you personally go on the computer and search it for me?
No, I can't go on the computer. I don't have access to the computer. But I
I
can
want
ask
Mission
for the date.
Impossible. When are you
It
there
was
next?
Roast Battle, right? It was one of
Roast
the
Battle?
opener-
Dude, I'll tell you the fucking date right now.
All right.
That tape was amazing.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, you did great.
I did. I mean, you watched it, and I was
I
so
felt
happy
very
you were
good.
cracking up, and you were.
Because I always get nervous if a comic
100%.
bombs.
100. No, and then
you're
also.
like, and that's the tough thing about producing. Because when it's you, you're like, all right, it's just me. But now you got to worry about someone who's not you.
I actually just recently got into not an argument, a good friend-to-friend conversation about this.
With, oh, do I know them?
Yes. I'll say his name, and you can bleep it for
Right.
the pod.
Yeah.
Very specific crowds he could kind of crush for.
Yeah.
Here at 10 p.m., Dirty Show, murder fest.
Yeah.
Most times.
He's great.
But he was getting maxed. I don't, put him like, 7 p.m. St. Pete, where it's like, was also like a lot more overhead there. It's like, that's not my show.
Yeah.
And you doing that reflects on me, and like,
course.
and there's no coming out of it. So he had kind of cornered me one night. We got into it, but not in a bad way. But it's like, you've seen the stuff. It's like, how am I gonna? So here's a perfect example. We had
so many of these differences with comics.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Same way I see. That's why I like not having the guitar. So I'm like, hey, for instance, if I show up one night, you're like, no guitar. Okay, cool. There's no stuff. I can still do it. You say, hey, no dirty. You have to go clean, and you can't do it. It's like, we're kind of fucked here.
But I think a good comic could do dirty when they're not supposed to and still make it work.
I agree. But I struggle with that. So you probably in New York, you get hit up. I mean, having New York Comedy Club show alone, you probably get hit up.
Oh, all the time.
So
And
much.
It's very rarely from anyone I respect. Unless they're out of town. But, like, for just in comics in New York City, very rarely.
Will you book somebody on a roast battle but not book them on a showcase?
If they bomb, yeah.
But are there certain
If they do well, I'll try to get them.
But are there
regular
certain
spots.
comics that you're like, hey, you're a horrible comic, but you're actually great at roasting? Like, will you only book them
I
on?
have a couple of those, yes. Who I'm like, no, this person too dark for a club. And that doesn't mean you're
Don't
bad.
talk about Nico like that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Come
there's the first
on.
joke of the pod. It only took me 9 minutes. All right.
on.
Actually, how long have I been doing this? Sorry.
How long have we been doing it?
Only 20 minutes. We got another 15 to go.
Yeah, no, it's
Anything you
dark
want-
doesn't mean bad, but
No, exactly. Well, also,
Sometimes
you're also same thing here. You're an 11 p.m. show because I was saying things on your show I would never say on an 8 p.m. New York show in Brooklyn.
yeah, no.
But
New York, yeah.
I also didn't start that way. I was also like, you saw my set. I ease into it. It's
Yes,
like,
yeah.
anyway, so I'm like patting myself on the back for having a killer set. I want that
Yeah,
tape.
that was a great
I have
set.
the audio. I have the audio, so I can find it. I'll send
Yeah.
you. I'm gonna send you tonight.
All right.
When you go back, actually, next time I'm there, I'm just gonna corner the guy because he
Yeah.
loved me. The guy was there.
Joe, yeah.
He even
he's
told
good.
me, he goes, that guy. Oh, dude, he was.
And it
thank
makes
you for
the
that
whole
moment.
show. It makes
Fist
of
bump
course,
this.
It makes the whole show fun too.
It was so fun. There was also the guy before me was great. Nico. It was just a
Yeah.
great.
Well, you'll be back May 15th. I'll
May
make sure
15th.
they record that.
No
one.
guitar. Sorry.
You're not bringing it?
I could grab one that day, maybe.
Do you bring it on the flight?
I usually do if I'm.
Where do you keep it?
Look, I have a travel guitar. I can stick it overhead.
How's that work?
It fits. I just walk up and put it in,
Nice.
and then. But I only do it if the honestly feature sets. If I'm over from Jordan or something, like I will take the guitar, But a lot of times now, as long as a guitar, like in New York, if I really want to do guitar, I can hit up Ginsberg. He lets me borrow his.
Yeah.
Or there's a guitar set for $40 a day.
Do you do side splitters a lot?
Not a lot. I used to a lot more until I
They've
opened this
never
place.
gotten back to me. I don't know why. Never done it.
I wish he's not. He's very nice to me, very kind.
Brian,
to me.
right? This is his
BT,
name?
yeah, Brian Thompson. Very nice guy, very good, fair guy. When I opened this place, there seemed to be some like tension, and I think
Really? Aren't they far? How far are they?
that's the problem. I think with Coastal, when I ran Coastal, wasn't as bad because that's 45 minutes apart. This is 15, 18 minutes apart. But it's such. I don't know if you've been to side. It's a different vibe. I love side splitters. I love this. It's for different reasons, different crowds, different vibes, different shows. But I think I was there one night. It's where it started. 'Cause I used to. If you want to get real into it, I'll leave this in. I love BT. I love side splitters. I love good comedy in Tampa. And
Yeah.
they do good comedy in Tampa. I love that. I hate bad comedy in Tampa because it brings it all down. So
Give me an
BT's doing something
example.
right.
What's
and there's
an
a reason why.
example?
It was just so many shows that are horrible.
Yeah.
There's so many shows that are horrible. And lineups that are like you look at. No offense, Rachel's on one right now. But
Yeah, no.
But
That's
anyways,
not really Tampa.
To sum it up, it's not. It's St.
But
Pete.
it's the Tampa
It's Tampa Bay
extended,
area.
yeah.
Tampa Bay area. But BT basically, I was doing Mark Norman's bachelor party shows with Bert Kreischer, who did not show up.
Where
tonight.
was this?
Side Splitters? They did like 5 shows in a day. It's like
Yeah.
anyway, so I'm filming, and one of his openers, Jason Cantor, I believe his name.
Oh, I know
Funny-
Jason. Yeah,
Nice
yeah.
dude. Very good. He was like, "Oh, what's?" He's like asking about the scene. I go, "Oh, actually, tomorrow would be a mic. I run the room." It's like,
Yeah.
he was, "Oh, dude, tell Mark if we're bored, maybe we'll all swing by." I'm like, all right. End of the night, barely even like pitching it. It's like, "Oh, if you're bored tomorrow, you guys can come out. You guys can literally we'll shut down the room. But there's always an audience. You guys can do whatever the fuck you want." BT pulls me aside. Don't ever mention another club in my place. Don't ever mention a fucking club in my place.
But
So
a
like-
lot of clubs are like that, even in New York.
which I don't get, but I do get. I do get. And I don't get. I
Yeah.
think he thought it was like, but also like this like on a Monday. You don't even have a show on a Monday. So in my head, it was more just like I'm a comic to
yeah.
comic. But I do get his point of like, nah, I get it.
Now
So I
there's
haven't,
clubs in New York that are like that.
and I want to say I haven't been back since, but that's a lie because I did show up one time just to hang, and he put me up to do check job spots for Nick Swartzen, which is amazing.
Whoa, Nick
amazing.
Swartzen.
So
Yeah, that's great.
And I've heard from Mutual Comics. I always, I like BT. I respect BT. So I'm like, does he hate me? He's like, no, he actually really respects what you're doing and likes it. I'm just not used there. I don't think I put enough FaceTime in there anymore.
Yeah.
I used to go there a lot. I used to watch shows there a lot. I'm up every night now. I went to go see Phil
Yeah.
Hanley last. I couldn't. I'm booked every night, which is
Yeah.
like a humble brag, but it's not because you don't get to live a life.
Which
I'm really
is
struggling
great.
with that. Struggling with it though. Not
Struggling
living
to
a
get
life.
booked every night.
All my friends with benefits are getting boyfriends, which I'm cool with, but it's like now I don't have. It's like it's a.
Yeah, but we love this though. This is what we're.
I know.
Doing
And you
it.
saw me tonight. 4 minutes. I barely
Yeah.
did. It was so fun though.
I know, but it was great.
Sorry, I'm excited. I'm
It's
excited to see
great.
you.
I think we're getting to that point where you're getting good at comedy now. It's fun.
That is true.
but it's
And
more
we have enough of an
opportunities.
act. Like I could be drunk out of my mind and still,
Yeah.
which I don't
Yeah.
do. But like, I have
St.
20
Pete Brewing. I was hammered
Were
my
you?
first
Don't
night.
say- well, don't
and
say that too
it was
long.
Great. Yeah, but
No,
it
I
was great.
You missed our show here. That was Tomato Show night.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah,
that.
that
good.
was
Who
fun, too. Two
oh,
good
James Donlin was there. I love James. He was
James
in
was
New York
there.
for a
Jamie
while.
was Brooklyn. Yeah, he was there for Brooklyn.
Yeah, love James.
I like James. He only does St. Pete. He doesn't come here too much.
No, he said that. Yeah, and then Joey Lips couldn't
I
make
love
it today.
Joey. I love Joey.
But I'll be at St. Pete Brewing Tuesday.
This episode will be out by then.
Are you gonna do it? Tuesday?
No, sorry. This episode will be out after that. So
Are
how
you-
do you think you did
What?
at St. Pete Brewing on Tuesday? This will be out Monday
I hope
tomorrow.
well.
A week from tomorrow.
I do pretty well in that room.
No,
I
it's a
like
good
that room. It's a very fair room.
If there's an audience.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're doing? St. Pete Brew. Oh, that room's great.
Yeah.
I thought you were doing Sunshine. Never mind.
No,
That's
no,
open. I was like, that's
no,
open. mic on
Clearwater
Tuesday.
tomorrow, St. Pete Brewing Tuesday.
It's a mic. It's a mic or show tomorrow.
Show. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, our mic goes so late that you could probably swing both if you got off early.
Maybe.
enough.
What time is it?
It starts at 8. Probably kicks off at 8:10, and it usually goes till about 10:30.
Yeah, because Clearwater's what, a half hour, no traffic?
That's not too bad. Yeah, and one day we fine.
Yeah, I was booked on Sunshine once. It got canceled.
It happens a lot. I was surprised Rachel. I mean, it's good credit to them. But I thought Rachel would come back
Yeah.
or sooner. So where's she at right now?
She's still there. Who's that guy that used to buy alcohol for everyone? Is he still around? This is a while. This is my first time here. Awkward guy.
Austin.
He's still around.
You get the most
Nice.
laughs. Most laughs, least tomatoes.
Whoa. There
Which
we
I stole
go.
from Chicago. I do some crazy shit. So I'm doing that. This room is nice.
And
Like,
you're from Tampa, right?
I am born and raised.
Yeah.
Well, born in Fort Myers, raised here, but I don't
Yeah.
count Fort Myers because.
That's by where we were, Boca.
Yeah,
right?
Boca.
I did Boca
Yeah.
last night and Friday.
Who runs that?
Boca?
Sandman.
Yeah, it was. I was with Jimmy Schubert.
So you
featuring for
featured,
him.
she hosted.
Yeah, he
That's a
was
good lineup.
great.
That's
Jimmy.
a good lineup, actually.
Yeah, Jimmy was great.
How much you get paid for that feature spot?
I think 200 total. So 100.
2 nights, 4 shows,
No, 2 shows.
hotel.
No.
Do you pay for hotel? But you
Yeah,
still-
we
still
stayed in
with Rachel.
Delray, so.
Cheap. Rachel's single.
No, she has a boyfriend. Damn. Yeah.
I'll cut that part out.
But me and her have been best friends forever.
Dude, she's hilarious. I love
Yeah.
a funny woman. Like, damn.
Yeah, we always travel. We've done Alaska together.
The festival?
No, just
Do you have access
there's
to those
one
rooms?
club.
Can we do it?
I did one club there. They let me headline for the weekend.
Can
There's
I
only
do it
one
with you?
club. Yeah, let's do it. I can get you the booker's info.
Let me do it.
We did Europe together.
Yeah. I'm sorry. This pod's all off the rails. I'm disappointed now. I'll
What
cut
is?
this last part out. I thought
Yeah.
we were going to be that's for my wife tonight.
Damn.
You could tell all that, though. We were jogger. When I come to New York, she's like, oh, maybe I should break. Who's it? Is
Yeah,
comic?
she
It's a
does-
comic?
She does have a girl next door vibe. to her.
She dated a comic?
No.
Oh, that's good. She's healthy, too.
She's into older guys. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry, Jay Raylan.
But she does give off like a girl next door vibe.
No, very funny. That was awesome. Thanks for bringing
Yeah,
her.
very deadpan.
Very, and it has jokes. I
Yeah,
love
some people
jokes.
don't.
I love
A lot of
jokes.
people
What is
don't.
that? I don't know if anyone's listening to this. I mean, people that hate you watch it. People that hate me watch it.
Yeah.
Anything to say to your haters before we close out of here?
You're right. I appreciate your honesty, and I get it.
You started New York comedy? You started in New York,
Yeah,
right? Okay, that's
yeah,
boring
yeah.
talk. Fuck that.
I started
Tampa
after
rooms.
listening to Louis C.K.'s "Oh My God" special.
Oh, you started doing it after that?
That's what got me into stand-up. Yeah,
Wow.
we listened to it today on the way here. Actually,
That's nice. I think I would argue.
Louis got me into
I
stand-up.
think Zach Galifianakis got me into stand-up.
All right. I think everyone has their
That
inspiration.
half-hour special changed my life in 7th grade.
Louis and Tim Dillon are my 2 guys.
I love Tim still. Tim, I love.
Tim, I
love
I
Tim.
listen to his podcast
Same here.
religiously.
Only
I'm not a big podcast guy.
Same here. I cut back on so many podcasts, comedy-related podcasts. He's the only one I
His
still
is
listen
so
to.
funny.
I still listen to it.
Him and Ben together are just hilarious.
It's over, dude. 11 party now. I'm sorry.
What happened? Why did he leave, Ben?
I don't know the backstory, but I think they had a falling out.
I mean, he has a lot of
Simple as
falling
that.
outs, Tim.
So- Can we get into that last story?
Sure.
Do you know backstories on these guys?
I know him and Dan. I'm
Yeah,
friends with Dan.
That's the same.
Carney.
So am I. I know Dan Car.
I don't know I've heard
You don't
different
know?
stories.
Can you tell me one before? I'm gonna end on. I'm gonna not talk. Give me the Dan Carney.
I don't know why they split.
Damn it.
I just heard.
How do they
different
meet?
things. I don't know.
Damn it. And he was also taking this. I knew this guy from Chicago. Funny guy, Josh Thomas or something.
Yeah, he's had a few openers.
But then
that
it's
I
like, did he not use him anymore? What
Jamie
happened?
Wolf. He doesn't use it anymore.
What's going on with that?
I don't know. I want to.
I saw him in Tampa. I got free tickets. Shout out to BT from
Tim
Side
Dillon?
Splitters. Gave me Tampa theater tickets.
How was his stand-up? Like live?
So here's the thing.
Tim?
I've seen Tim. I saw Tim in a papered room with like
What's a papered room?
free tickets. First night, like this is before he was famous. Inside, because I knew he was funny. I could tell.
Yeah.
Because I knew him from Chris Gethard's show. Like I knew him from the Chris Gethard world. That's how
Yeah.
long. That's like the other generation. So then I saw him like front row at Side Splitters. Like not many people in there. And I saw him next year, a little bit bigger. Then I saw him next year. He sold out Side Splitters. And then I think BT saw that. Like I was like, oh, this guy's a fan. And they gave me Tampa Bay theater tickets, which was packed out. And by the way,
Yeah.
his stand is very funny.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen his podcast already, because
Who?
it's very like Tim. He would
Yeah,
do the
no.
podcast rants into stand-up bits.
Good. Yeah.
And then I took one of my crushes we don't talk to anymore. Shout out Bryn. I took her to Tampa Theater. Marcelo Hernandez was the
Marcelo.
opener. That was crazy.
I knew Marcelo when he was barking.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, I know Carlos Hernandez so well.
I love
Who's
Carlos.
I love Carlos. Oh, he's in New York now.
He's New York. He's great. He's
a
always
friend of the pod. He's been on the pod before.
He's always bouncing around.
I loved Carlos so much.
He's a
I don't know
great
how to
guy.
end this. I'm sorry. Close out for me. James
I think
Pontillo.
we shit talk a lot of people that needed to be shit talked.
I don't think we should talk to anybody. We should talk to one guy. I'm not going
Yeah.
to change. He's never going to watch
No, I'm
this.
kidding. I think
And it's when the far and few betweens I've ever gotten shit for being a guitar comic or something.
comedy
like
is fun because it's just like a big family throughout the world.
that. Family's a nice way to put it. I call it an HR department that you don't want to
Yeah.
deal with. Yeah, like family is nicer
Yeah.
though. Although when you do have people you like, it's like you a family,
Extended family.
Calvin's family,
Calvin's
Tambly's
Tampa,
family.
isn't
Yeah. Bethlehem originally, but Tampa
he?
boy.
Pennsylvania, yeah.
And you
Looking
know,
for, I want
again,
to try to
Mr.
come by tomorrow.
I'll be here, I think, just because it's been so electric this weekend. I'm gonna
Yeah.
come back. Yeah, James Pontillo, come see us May 15th at the
May
roast
15th,
battle.
I'll
It
be
usually
there.
packs out. It's so fun.
Yeah.
I'm not roasting. You're a panel.
No, I might judge. I don't know. Sometimes I don't put myself up. Sometimes I do.
Well, I appreciate you because you said you definitely wanted to roast, and I said no. I don't want to write jokes.
It's rough.
I just want to be funny and show up. Probably a little bit buzz.
Yeah.
And that was another thing, too, about your show last time. I think it was awesome. I got to do, yeah, that's what it was, I think. I went to a concert and I swung by you.
I remember that,
It was so fun. Born Ruffians. Man, what a great fucking night. That's what it was. Well, James, thanks for hanging out with us.
Of course.
I was going to go out with you and Rachel after this, but what's the point? Rachel, say hi to your boyfriend for me. You're very funny, and your boyfriend's probably awesome. James, you're very funny. Great shoes.
I'm all right. Thank
Follow
you.
James. See us May 15th.
All right.
James Pontillo joins the pod. It's a New York minute. We talk shit on Jared. He's nothing but a nitwit. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Allow this shitty-ass podcast to survive. Body boy, will you be my body boy?